what would you say has been the biggest change to your creative process that's arisen out of lockdown?
From lockdown, well, the no gigs, definitely, because I really like, you know, we're just writing all the time anyway, because we're moving on to this new like second stage of everything. But the no shows kind of thing, like that's for me, going to watch them and playing them myself is kind of that's the worst bit. We're going to release some stuff a bit later on this year, and we've kind of just been constantly writing. We've just like worked out what songs we're going to use for like this next release, and yeah, it's good. I'm really excited.
With your recent writing, would you say that's been influenced at all by quarantine?
No. I don't. No, I honestly, I can't complain about it. I feel like I'm healthy. I'm like everyone I know is healthy and well. Like I've just been at home. I'm still able to do what I do. Like, I'm still able to be creative and stuff. So no, lockdown hasn't affected it. Not really.
Fair. No, that's good to hear then, because I guess like I was wondering if it had sort of created any difficulties with communication and not being able to write in the same room kind of thing.
Yeah, that was probably about it. So we only just got George back. We had him back for the first time last week with writing. So that's the first time we've had him in like 4 months, nearly 4 months, is it? But me, Rob and Alex have kind of all been carrying on, because like, we all like live together. So Rob moved in for a little bit with us when it was like proper lockdown. So we were like, okay, let's do this. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds really nice though. And
yeah,
from writing, how did you keep occupied during lockdown?
Eating. I've been like, and cooking. Like, I mean, I love cooking anyway, but yeah, that's like the exciting part. That was like the exciting part of the day, wasn't it? Just like, oh, so food are we gonna eat? And I was like, what are we gonna eat now? What are we going to eat now? And also I'm actually, you know, I feel like blessed a little bit, because it's like I really had time to think about everything and like where we want to take, because usually everything's quite rushed, like especially with music. It's like, okay, we're going to do this here, you're going to go on tour there, you're going to do this here, it's all very quick. So there's never really much time to like mull over everything and just make sure everything's correct and that you're doing everything the right time. It's usually just, yes, let's do it. That's it. So I really appreciate having this space and time, and I really feel like my mind is stronger, and I feel in a good place about everything.
And would you say it's been a bit of a healing process then?
Yeah, I think definitely. Just looking like into the bigger picture and like deeper into where each road's going to take you, and if you do that now, was that going to affect that? You know, just having a bit of time to sit with everything, not just throwing things out because it's what you can do, and yeah, we've got like a proper solid plan going on. Yeah, it's just exciting.
Oh, that does sound really good. And I mean, you mentioned that you were cooking a lot to keep yourself occupied. What would you say has been the proudest quarantine meal that you've cooked?
Okay, well, this is just one that so I don't eat meat, and I really love spaghetti bolognese, and that's like one of the things I miss the most. So I was using corn mince for a little bit, but I don't really like it very much. But I just discovered you can use like lentils, make a lentil bolognese, and it's like a deliciously Ella recipe. And I'm in love with it. I'm eating it like all the time, like too much probably. So that's probably my like most favorite find.
And
which doesn't sound exotic at all, but it's good for me.
Have there been any other comfort foods that you've been turning to?
I'm a pasta fan like all the way, so I just always make like mascarpone pasta. What else? Mashed potato, like then Linda McCartney sausages and some gravy. Yum! I love comfort food so much. Yeah, I think that's probably like the main ones. It gets to the point where you have it so much that you kind of like you can't have it anymore, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, probably that's it.
And given current events, with all the politics going on, do you think musicians can be more involved with the state of the world, and how can they be more involved?
Yeah, 100%. I think they can, and I think there's this weird like misconception that if you're an artist or something, you shouldn't have an opinion on like, you know, what's going on in the world or like anything like political. And it's like crazy because like said a few things before, and people are like, just stick to the music. I'm like, fuck you, don't tell me to stick to the music. I have a voice just like you, you know, and if we can use it, we should use it. And I think, you know, all ways that you can, like, especially, you know, the biggest thing at the moment with the Black Lives Matter, it's so important to just, you know, it's like this, the whole world stopped and made a movement, and it started to change things, and it's absolutely incredible. And the more we do it, the more things will happen, the more change will come. And I just think it's incredible that, you know, when the world comes together, that things can happen. And so many people stood up for what's right, and it was beautiful. And like donating, protesting, educating yourself, having conversations. I just think, yeah, 100% everyone should use their platform to support things that are going on in the world.
Yeah, and aside from using your platform, do you think the music itself can influence politics or vice versa?
Definitely. Like, well, Rage Against the Machine did that like the best. Definitely.
And has the recent changes in the world made you reflect and reevaluate the path that the band wants to take going forward?
The changes in the world, it's definitely made me just look at it and into everything in a different way, and just like really like learn more, because I feel like I don't know enough about anything really. So I'm definitely looking to learn more. But in terms of the band, I think, I mean, the direction we're going is definitely different to the last album. But I'm not sure if it's more affected by, no, it's just not really, I wouldn't say.
And with this new music that you've got on horizon, would you say it's been influenced at all by recent events, or was it kind of started before this kind of went down?
It was kind of started before this is everything. No, it's massively on. It's about looking at yourself, really. It's about like starting a new religion of yourself, and like looking after yourself and realizing you're this power, and that is where I am. So it can definitely relate to everything that's going on now. I just want, you know, people who are kind of nervous or scared to say how they feel, or stand up for something for themselves, or just go on forward with themselves. I want them people to know that they can do it. And when you realize you can, you are so powerful, because you have yourself, and you're your biggest like competitor. That's the kind of the message that's with the next thing.
That's really exciting. And do you have any dates that you could potentially leak, or is it kind of all?
Well, I think we're going to finalise some dates today. But it's in the next few months.
Keep my eyes peeled for it then, for sure. It sounds good.
Yeah,
Are you
definitely.
excited for the world to hear it?
Pardon?
You excited for the world to hear it as well then?
Massively. I'm just like, it feels so long since, because obviously we did the last proper release we had was the album, and that was like over a year ago now. And I mean, we did like the strip back thing, but it's just, you know, that's kind of just closing off that era. So I'm so excited for this new stage and this whole new I'm totally excited.
You've got me so hyped up about it as well. And we're going to turn to a couple more light-hearted questions. So, if your sound had a colour, what colour would it be and why?
The new sound is purple. And actually, I've really thought about this, and it plays a lot into everything, because purple is the colour of power and royalty. So that's the new colour. That's the colour. Yeah.
That's exciting. What would you say is your spirit animal?
A bear. And this is because I constantly dream of bears.
Are there any
always
types of bears? Any dreams you can share with us?
I have loads of them. So like I'll be like, it could be really random. I could be friends with a bear and we'll just be sitting there, or I'll be getting chased by a bear. They're always there in my dreams. So that's why I know that's my spirit animal.
And is it those big brown grizzly bears, or like
No, it's the big brown ones.
Nice. If you could collaborate with any rock stars, past or present, who would you collaborate with?
I would love to collaborate with Kanye West. I just think he's like an absolute musical genius. Also would love to collaborate with rock. Did you say in rock stars? Did you say?
I mean,
just anyone.
Yeah.
Lady Gaga. I'm like obsessed with Lady Gaga. Who else? Yeah, Kanye. Lady. There's loads. I'd love to do something with Jeff Buckley. Yeah, there's the list go on.
Do you have a go-to karaoke song?
No, I did karaoke not for my birthday just passed, but the last birthday, and I didn't sing a single song. Like, it was my birthday, but I was so drunk. I literally was there for about 10 minutes and left at my own party. So what was I gonna? I think I like chose a song to sing as well. I mean, I'll sing anything. I'm not very good at singing songs that aren't mine, you know, like on the spot. It just doesn't come out great. Mm-hmm. It's very like, rah, 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 like loud and just like everywhere. Okay, what song did I sing karaoke last? What song did I sing? Blah, 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 blah. I think I did an Eminem track, Slim Shady.
Oh,
my name is.
Damn, that's impressive. And I've got a few quick fire ones. So, cats or dogs?
Dogs, 1,000,000%.
Travel back in time or forward into the future?
Forward. We already know what's happened back in time, but like no one knows what's in her head, you know.
Fair enough. Pancakes or waffles?
Pancakes.
Foo Fighters or Nirvana?
Nirvana.
Watching Netflix or reading?
Netflix.
Have there been any good Netflix shows you've been binging over quarantine?
Yeah, like loads. Like, so I get so much inspiration from watching like great movies and stuff. But I'm watching this series on Netflix at the moment called The Queen of the South.
What's it about?
And it's about like the drug cartel, and it's like based in like Texas and Mexico, and it's so good. And why I super love it is because like the women are in power. They are the ones in control of everything, and I just love it. It's so fucking good. And I'm a bit obsessed with that at the moment. But I've watched so much. Like, I love it, and I'm always looking to like I'm always asking fans and stuff and people and friends for recommendations, because I just love getting lost in somebody else's like mind, watching what they've like thought up. It's just I love it. It's amazing.
And aside from asking for recommendations, are there any recommendations that you can give yourself?
Yeah, what, so like a movie or a series? I got loads.
Oh, let's go with movies. Let's do it.
Okay, so one of my favorite movies ever is called Monster. It's absolutely incredible. It's about the serial killer. It's like based on a true story, and I find it so interesting when, you know, you find like a couple serial killer, because it's like you must love each other so much. Like, it must be so deep rooted that you want to just go and kill people together. I find it so fascinating. But anyway, that's an absolutely incredible movie. Other movies I love. What did I watch the other day? I watched Little Women the other day, and I thought that was really good. I've watched so much. I can't even remember anything. I'm not very good at remembering stuff, like, seriously.
Fair enough, though. I mean, not much of a need to remember it. Just keep them consuming, I guess.
Keep them coming.
Yeah, exactly. And just one more question. It seems like you're very good at giving empowering messages and just about women empowerment in general. How would you say this has kind of influenced you, and where do you sort of get your inspiration from?
I mean, I think it's like, you know, from going through your own experiences, number one, seeing people be treated in a way that you don't appreciate and would never like to be treated is another big one. I just think, you know, there's always so many people who want to like put you down, and, you know, and I don't know if it's because, you know, they're not fond of what you're doing, they're jealous of what you're doing. There's always going to be someone who wants to like discourage you from doing what you're doing or believe in yourself, and I fucking hate that. And it's just like, because they're not satisfied and they have their own problems going on with them, but they'll pass it on to you, so to make you feel a bit shitty. And I just that's not cool. And I think like when you get to the stage where you can, you know, not everyone's like that, and especially when you're younger, like you're so impressionable, and what people say to you when you're young can really like damage you. growing up can make you less confident, and I mean that's happened to me loads. And I think, you know, as I've grown like older and stuff, and like learning a bit more, I feel more confident in myself, and I feel like I don't really care about what that person's going to say or that person's going to say. If I'm okay with it in my head and I want to go and do this and I want to make this and I think this is good, then I'm going to do that. And I think, you know, watching like other women pave the way in like the industries and stuff, it makes you look at yourself a bit differently and be like, well, I should think about myself like that a bit more. So yeah, it's kind of, you know, it's just picking up on how other women act and how other men act when they're, you know, supporting everyone and each other. And I think it's something that it'd be amazing if we could all look at ourselves in such like a wonderful way where we didn't need people, like we didn't care about when people thought it was like bad or whatever, you know.
Yeah. And I think just one more question to wrap up. Are there any female role models that you look up to? And if to deliver a message as a role model, what would you know, motive, I guess, and final message?
So I look up to loads of women. So I think Lady Gaga's a really strong, empowering woman. Like I love her. I just love how she just takes on anything and she's just like not scared to do it. And I think she's awesome. And I think, who else am I thinking? Oh, there's like people in my life that I look up to, you know. There's like this lady called Karen who I really appreciate, and she guides me loads all the time through music, and she gives me advice, and it's like, you know, and I look up to people like that because it's like, you know, they want to help you and they want to show, you know, when they know how the road goes and they've like done it, they want to pass on information to help you keep going, and that's really that's a great thing, and I think everyone should do that. Other women that I adore and love, why can't I think of anyone? Oh, I thought Amy Winehouse was incredible. The way, like in her lyrics, it was all, you know, she doesn't really care how she, you know, it was all like just full on love. Like everything she did was with love, and I think that's so important. It's like always her heart was always there. And I can't think. There's so many though, so many.
And those are some amazing answers. And just one final thing, if you could give any advice to any fan out there, whether it's a young woman, a young male, whatever, what piece of advice would you give them?
I would say, like, I feel like I completely feel that if your head and your heart are strong in what you're doing and where you're going, then carry on and do it, because, you know, there's always going to be people who don't like it. There's always going to be people who say no. There's always going to be then people who are like, yeah, keep going. And I think if you in your head if you get it so clear and you envision it and you see it and you breathe it and you dream it, like the law of attraction, that's like a massive thing for me. And like when you have it there and you think about what it is and it's coming to you, then it will come to you. So I think if you want it, and just like don't stop dreaming, like, because that's, you know, that's what keeps you like alive and like pumping and just excited.